Let me ask you something. When did you stop roaring? When did you start whispering your dreams? Doubting your strength? Settling for less than you're capable of? Because deep inside you, there is a lion. Not a sheep, not a follower, a lion. But here's the problem. Most people live their whole lives with their lion asleep. They wake up, they go to work, they follow routines, they accept limits that were never theirs to begin with. And slowly, very slowly, they forget who they are. You were not designed to live a small life. You were designed to lead, to stand tall, to speak with confidence, to demand more from yourself. But a lion doesn't roar by accident. A lion roars because it decides enough is enough. Enough fear, enough excuses, enough playing small. See, success is not about being aggressive with others. It's about being demanding with yourself. If you want things to change, you've got to change. That's lion mode. Lion mode is when you stop waiting for permission. Lion mode is when discipline becomes your nature. Lion mode is when your actions finally match your potential. Most people tiptoe through life. Lions step forward. Most people hope. Lions commit. And once a lion wakes up, once it remembers its strength, there's no going back to silence. So today, I want you to do one thing. Stop apologizing for your ambition. Stop shrinking your dreams. Stop living like you were born to survive. You were born to lead, to grow, to roar louder than your fears. The day you decide to become more than you are is the day your life begins to change. So take a breath, stand up inside your mind, and turn on your lion mode, because the world doesn't need another quiet dreamer. It needs you, awake, disciplined, and roaring. Let me start with something simple. Life responds to demand, not wish, not hope, not intention. Demand. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they never asked enough of themselves. They negotiated with their potential. They settled. They compromised. And every time you compromise, the lion inside you goes back to sleep. We all have two choices. We can make a living, or we can design a life. Designing a life begins with a decision to demand more. Let me tell you the truth. You are capable of far more than you expect from yourself. But expectation shapes behavior, and behavior shapes results. If you expect little, you do little. If you demand more, life begins to stretch. Most people wake up every day asking, what do I feel like doing? Lions wake up asking, what must be done? That's the difference. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And bridges are built one brick at a time. Before the lion roars, it stands. Before it charges, it decides. Everything changes the moment you say, I will no longer accept my own excuses. Excuses are the language of mediocrity. They sound reasonable. They feel comforting, but they keep you weak. I'm tired. I'm busy. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow is a dangerous word. It keeps dreams permanently postponed. Lions don't wait for perfect conditions. They move when it's time. And the time is usually now. Here's a principle worth writing down. If you're not demanding of yourself, life will be demanding of you. Life will demand through bills, through stress, through regret. But when you demand of yourself, life starts to reward you instead of punish you. Demand better habits. Demand better thinking. Demand better standards. Not from others, from yourself. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Better thinking. Better actions. Better discipline. That's lion mode. Success doesn't begin with motivation. It begins with standards. What do you tolerate? Late mornings? Missed commitments? Unfinished goals? Whatever you tolerate will continue. Lions don't tolerate weakness in their own behavior. They correct it. Quietly. Consistently. You don't need to announce your change. You just need to live it. Wake up earlier. Work a little harder. Read instead of scroll. Act instead of complain. Small disciplines practiced daily create massive strength over time. Here's where many people go wrong. They try to change everything at once. They burn hot, then burn out. Lions are not frantic. They are steady. Consistency beats intensity every time. Demand that you show up, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Because feelings are temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. And going is how the lion stays awake. Let me make this very clear. You don't need more luck. You don't need more chances. You don't need more approval. You need a stronger conversation with yourself. Stand in the mirror and ask, am I doing what I know I should be doing? If the answer is no, don't feel guilty. Feel motivated, because awareness is the beginning of change. The moment you demand more, your posture changes. Your tone changes. Your future changes. The lion doesn't wake up gradually. It wakes up with a decision. A decision to stop drifting. A decision to stop settling. A decision to live deliberately. The day you decide to become disciplined is the day your life takes a new direction. So today, decide. Demand excellence in small things. Demand effort when it's inconvenient. Demand growth when it's uncomfortable. Because once you demand more from yourself, you won't need to roar to prove anything. Your results will do it for you. And this is only the beginning. Let me tell you something important. Power is built quietly, not in big speeches, not in emotional bursts, but in the small decisions you make when no one is watching. That's where discipline lives. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. And a lion's strength is not in how loud it roars. It's in how consistently it moves. Most people misunderstand discipline. They think it's intensity. They think it's pushing hard once in a while. They think it's motivation. It's not. Discipline is daily. It's waking up when the bed feels good. It's doing the work when excuses feel convincing. It's staying on the path when distractions call your name. Lions don't wait to feel strong. They act strong, and action creates power. Let's get practical. You don't need massive changes. You need small actions done every day. Read 10 pages. Walk 30 minutes. Practice your craft for 1 focused hour. Write your goals each morning. Small? Yes. Insignificant? Never. Small disciplines repeated with consistency lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. This is how the lion is built. Not overnight. Brick by brick. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. It depends on mood. It depends on comfort. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It asks what must be done. Some days you'll feel inspired. Most days you won't. That's normal. But lions don't negotiate with their moods. They follow structure. They follow standards. And standards produce results. If everything in your life is optional, nothing gets done. That's why you must create non-negotiables. Time for growth. Time for work. Time for learning. Time for reflection. No debate. No delay. You don't have to be extraordinary to succeed. Just be consistent. Consistency is the lion's secret weapon. Before discipline shows up in your schedule, it must show up in your thinking. Stop saying, I'll try. Say, I will. Stop saying, if I have time. Say, I will make time. Language shapes behavior. Behavior shapes destiny. Lions speak with certainty, even in their own minds. Here's a powerful idea. Before you add good habits, remove bad ones. Less scrolling, less complaining, less excuses. You don't need more hours. You need fewer distractions. We must all suffer one of 2 things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Choose discipline. Regret is heavier. Here's what most people miss. Discipline doesn't just change what you do. It changes who you are. Every disciplined action sends a message to your brain. I keep my promises. And self-trust is power. Once you trust yourself, confidence rises. Fear fades. Momentum builds. That's lion energy. You don't need applause. You don't need validation. The strongest people move silently. They wake up early. They do the work. They improve daily. And one day, people ask, how did you get so strong? They won't see the mornings, the discipline, the sacrifices, but you will. Potential without discipline is frustration. Talent without discipline is disappointment. But discipline turns raw ability into real power. Success is predictable. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's discipline applied daily. Build the habit. Keep the standard. Stay consistent. And the lion inside you grows stronger every day. Let me tell you something most people never learn. Comfort weakens. Resistance strengthens. And that's why lions are not built in easy places. They are built in pressure. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were stronger. Strength comes from resistance. Fear is natural. Every person feels it. Even the brave. Even the strong. The difference is not fear. The difference is response. Most people feel fear, and they retreat. Lions feel fear, and they advance. Fear is not a stop sign. It's a signal that growth is nearby. Pressure reveals who you are. Pressure does not create character. It reveals it. When life gets heavy, when responsibility increases, when expectations rise, that's when you find out what you're made of. You don't know what you're capable of until you ask more of yourself. Lions don't break under pressure. They focus. Pressure sharpens instincts. It eliminates weakness. It forces growth. Think about this. Muscles don't grow without resistance. Minds don't grow without challenge. Character doesn't grow without difficulty. So why would life be any different? Every obstacle is training. Every setback is preparation. Every uncomfortable moment is shaping you. If you grow, everything grows for you. But growth requires resistance. Step forward when you want to step back. The moment you want to quit is often the moment you should lean in. That's the turning point. That's where most people stop. Lions continue. They take one more step. They make one more call. They try one more time. And that extra step changes everything. Pressure ignites something powerful. Focus, urgency, clarity. When life presses you, you find your edge. You stop wasting time. You stop overthinking. You start acting. Lions don't panic under pressure. They perform. Let me give you a key principle. Your growth is limited by your tolerance for discomfort. If you avoid discomfort, you avoid growth. If you embrace discomfort, you become unstoppable. Early mornings, hard conversations, difficult decisions. These are the weights that build the lion. Courage is not a personality trait. It's a habit. You build it by doing hard things, even when your voice shakes. Each time you face fear, fear loses power. Each time you lean into pressure, confidence grows. Action cures fear. Thinking feeds it. Lions are forged, not found. You are not born strong. You become strong through struggle, through pressure, through resistance. So don't curse the challenge. Thank it, because it's building something inside you. Something powerful, something unbreakable. And once you understand this, fear no longer controls you. Pressure no longer scares you. It fuels you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt drained, even though nothing seems particularly hard? Have you ever finished a day and wondered, why am I so tired when I didn't do much? That, my friend, is the cost of wasted energy. Energy spent on things that don't matter. Energy given away to distractions, negativity, and noise. And here's the truth. The lion survives not because it fights everything. It survives because it chooses its battles. Focus is the lion's advantage. It's the weapon that turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Most people measure time. Lions measure energy. You can spend hours doing something and produce nothing. You can spend minutes doing the right thing and change your life. The question is, where are you spending your energy? Every conversation, every habit, every thought, they all take energy. It's not the load that breaks you down. It's the way you carry it. A lion carries its energy wisely. It does not waste it on fear, doubt, or trivial matters. It reserves it for what really counts: action, growth, and purpose. Energy is contagious. Some people drain it. Some situations deplete it. Some habits steal it without you even noticing. Negativity, complaining, drama, mindless scrolling. These are energy vampires. The lion protects itself. It limits the time spent with toxic people. It ignores gossip. It refuses to argue over trivial matters. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your energy is precious, and it is, guard it like a lion guards its territory. Focus is the lion's hunting skill. Think of a lion in the wild. It doesn't chase every animal it sees. It doesn't waste its energy on foolish pursuits. It focuses. It chooses one target. It stalks it. It pounces with precision. That is focus. That is energy directed toward what matters most. In life, your goals are the prey. Discipline is your stalking. Consistency is your pounce. Focus doesn't happen by accident. It's a skill. It's a habit. It's a muscle that must be trained. Every time you allow distraction, your focus weakens. Every time you give in to convenience, your energy leaks. But every time you choose one task, every time you protect your time, every time you act intentionally, you strengthen it. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Energy and focus are habits, and habits are what define a lion. Most people try to do everything. The lion does the few things that matter most. Not everything deserves your attention. Not every opportunity deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves your response. Focus on what drives results. Focus on what moves you closer to your mission. Focus on what builds you mentally, physically, emotionally. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Energy is your currency. Spend it wisely. Spend it intentionally. Your mind is your territory. Your thoughts are your prey. Your focus is your strength. Do not allow chaos to roam free in your mind. Do not allow doubt to overtake clarity. Do not allow distractions to steal your vision. Meditation, reflection, journaling, quiet mornings. These are tools lions use to protect their mental energy. Take care of your mind. It will take care of everything else. Mental strength allows the lion to wait, to prepare, to strike at the perfect moment. Here's the key. It's not just energy that matters. It's where your energy goes. Focus allows you to channel your strength, to magnify your efforts, to move mountains that others cannot even attempt. 1 hour of deep, focused effort beats 5 hours of distracted busyness. One decisive, courageous move beats a week of hesitation. That is how momentum is built. And momentum is how the lion dominates its territory. Discipline gives you control over your actions. Focus gives you control over your energy. Together, they create unstoppable power. The lion does not rush. The lion does not scatter. It moves with intent. It strikes with precision. And that is how ordinary people are separated from extraordinary lives. The key to success is not working harder. It's working smarter, with energy and focus. Today, make this a rule. Guard your energy like it's your most valuable possession. Focus on the tasks that matter most. Eliminate distractions, negativity, and trivial pursuits. Channel your strength toward your goals, your growth, your vision. Because the lion survives not by chaos. It survives by mastery of energy and focus. And when you combine that with courage, discipline, and relentless action, you become unstoppable. Let me start with a question. Are you ready? Not for luck, not for comfort, not for permission from anyone else. Are you ready to stand tall and unleash the lion inside you? Because all the knowledge in the world, all the discipline, all the focus means nothing if you never act. Knowledge isn't power. Knowledge applied is power. The roar of the lion is action. It is courage made audible. It is potential turned into reality. Think about this. Most people dream. Most people plan. Most people hope. but very few actually do. Action is what separates the timid from the powerful. It's the bridge between who you are today and who you're capable of becoming. Don't just wish for it. Work for it. Move for it. Live for it. The lion does not wait for opportunity. The lion creates opportunity. And it does so by moving forward. Even when the path is unclear, even when the outcome is uncertain, even when fear whispers to retreat. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action despite fear. Every lion feels fear. Every human does. The difference is courage, the decision to act anyway. Courage is not born. It is cultivated by repeated acts of facing what scares you most. Fear is a signal. It shows you where growth lies. The larger the fear, the greater the opportunity to roar. Every time you confront what scares you, a difficult conversation, a risky move, a bold decision, you roar, you stretch, you grow. Here's a principle many people overlook. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates power. Power creates results. One courageous move leads to another. One small success builds confidence. One step forward attracts more opportunities. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The lion never waits for perfect conditions. It starts. It adapts. It continues. Momentum becomes unstoppable, and the roar grows louder. Courage is not a one-time act. It's a habit, a muscle trained daily. Small acts of courage. Standing up when others stay silent. Speaking truth when it's uncomfortable. Taking responsibility when it's easier to blame. These small acts accumulate. They build character. They build the lion. Discipline yourself to do the things you need to do. When you don't feel like it, that's courage in action. That's roar in motion. Every lion pays a price. Time, comfort, approval. Sacrifice is inevitable. The question is, what are you willing to give up? To live like the lion you are meant to be? Most people give up too soon. They surrender to fear. They follow the herd. Lions do the opposite. They act. They persist. They sacrifice now to gain power later. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. Your roar is not about noise. It's about purpose. It's about being seen, heard, and respected for your action, courage, and results. When your actions align with your purpose, your energy amplifies. Your focus sharpens. Your life transforms. The world notices the lion, not because it roars without reason, but because it acts with intention. Here's the truth. The lion never left. It was inside you all along, waiting for you to demand more, waiting for you to face fear, waiting for you to focus, act, and grow. All this time, you were capable. All this time, you had potential. All this time, the roar was inside. The question is, will you release it? Will you live with courage? Will you act like the lion you were meant to be? The day you decide to be more than you are is the day you truly begin to live. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Take one bold action today. Stand firm in courage. Speak up. Move forward. Roar louder than your fear. Because the world does not reward silence. The world does not reward hesitation. The world rewards action. The world rewards lion-hearted people. If you follow these steps, not just hear them, but live them, you will awaken strength, courage, and focus you never knew existed. One decision, one action, one roar at a time. Your lion is ready. Now it's time to roar. Remember this. The lion never waits for permission. It never hesitates. It never apologizes for its power. Your strength, courage, and focus are already inside you. The only question is, will you unleash them? Stand tall. Act boldly. Roar louder than your fears. Because the world doesn't need another quiet dreamer. It needs you awake, disciplined, and roaring. The lion is not silent. Neither should you be.